Hello everybody, my name is Eric D. Johnson, also on BrightShine. They're right here in the city of Memphis in the county of State, Tennessee. The day and date is early Friday morning, September the 20th, 2019. The time 5:16 a.m. First thing, thanking all my family, my supporters for your continued encouragement. For I'm continuing to keep myself employed right here in this Memphis. Try to stay here and continue to further my education. My work college on, I pursue my social degree, studying being administrative construction market. At the present time, I take a break from going to school, but in the very near future, I will be going back to Marlboro College Online to continue to pursue my social degree study, being administrative construction market. This January, I enrolled at this school called Health Tech Institute in Memphis, right here on in this Memphis area, in a medical assistant program for 9-month program. And the reason why I did that, because back in January, back in 2009, 2010, see, I was a student at Remington College, and I was enrolled in that medical business coding and graduated with a diploma, but then graduated with the certification so you can't be employed in the healthcare field. So like I said, I enrolled at this school, and when I enrolled in school, you have to see what school you're going to go to. I didn't know nothing about this school or the people at the school. And at first, my intent was just to get my certification so I can get employment. And that's still my intent. My intent always have been is to get a job in the healthcare field. So I did my research and trying to find out about different schools, including Remington College. And I had been there before, so I was like, well, I considered it, but at this time, I just didn't think that would be right for me to be at this school. So I looked at other schools, and when I seen this school, I was like, well, I looked at it, it was online and everything, and I looked at it, from the outside, I was like, well, because then basically, I live in the city of Memphis. I done drove by that, really just didn't pay no attention to it. I done drove down Danny Thomas before and drove right by. And I done drove down Vance Avenue, and like I said, I drove right by. I really didn't pay no attention to it. But then when you intend to go there, then you kind of drive by and look. And when I seen it, it was a little small. A little small building, and church on one side, and church on the other side, and I said, well, that means that it's not really just no big student population, being in that small space. So I said, well, then I looked online. When I looked online, I said, well, I'm gonna stay focused. Then I'm gonna stay focused because when I look at it, you see a lot of women. And, I said, well, stay focused and do 9 months. But I just knew something about this place. I had this, it was just something about this. It just didn't seem right. It didn't seem right. And, but like I said, my intent was to get my certification. That's all I was trying to do. Anything else, it was just not even a consideration. Not even a consideration, man. But then, I decided to go to school because that's get my certification. Then I got enrolled in school, and then, when you ain't never met nobody before and see how people really are, and then when you meet people, then you see what they really about. Then you see what I was thinking all the time was, you was right. Scam artists. Scam artists. People been doing this for a long time, man. Trying to scam the government out of money. And you can try to disguise it. And then something else, when you have a lot of women around, it's always the potential for some type of sexual crime and sexual offenses. And, I'm talking about anytime there be some women around, it's always the potential for sexual offenses, sexual crime, sexual harassment, and so on and so forth. And I just knew, man. I just knew, man. This is, cause people come there, and then and then, man, you wouldn't believe what happened this week. This song gonna had the nerve to try to bring up something that was on the World Wide Web, on the internet, about my video. And then when he did it, he had the nerve to try to pick something out of the video, to run off at the mouth. And see, like I said, when you expose people and when you put the spotlight on them, see, the pressure, you can't handle the pressure. The truth, always, when you tell the truth, people can't handle it, man. They fall apart. And they want to get a gun and kill the messenger, But I mean, when you're a scam artist, and when you just a no good person, man, then other people start saying stuff, And like I said before, I even went to that school, I didn't deal with these people. But then when you actually go to the school, then you get to see. Then that's what's come to the realization that you're just a scammer. And then the son gun had the nerve to call me into a conference room, him and his daughter, and then I had the nerve to bring up that I said he was a scammer. And I was like, man, I don't know why I'm even sending this. And then he had a nerve to accuse me of defaming, defamation of character. I really tried to maintain my composure and just tried to leave the conference room, and without any incident. Then he had the nerve to tell me he not scared of me. I'm not scared of you. And I'm just trying to ignore him. Really, I tried to ignore him and just go on out of the conference room and go back and just go back to my study, man, because you weren't gonna provoke me into the point where, and then it be an incident, and then you try to make it sound like, tell the police like somebody jumped on you up there, all that kind of stuff. And then got his daughter sitting there, jumped on, trying to defend his daughter, all that. Well, it didn't work. It don't work. And like I said, see, there again, see, you're just a scam artist. You're going to take my video and then going to pick some little topic out of my video just to try to make yourself like you know what you're talking about some defamation of character, and talking about you call me a scam. I'm like, man, I really don't know why I'm even sitting in this conference room, talking about something on the internet. And I'm knowing when I did my video, it was a lot of information on my video. And for you to do something like that, I mean, I wasn't finna pay no attention to you, acknowledge you, But see, like I say, when you expose a scam artist, a crook, a criminal, that's the reaction you get, That's the reaction you get, a criminal, a crook. And so, like I said, I just went on out of the conference room, man. Then went back to my studies. Then came on back to the house. And now I'm making my video again. A little bit late, but still making my video. And continue to expose the crook. And trying to lure women to the school and didn't even bring that up. But he had the nerve to talk about, you call me a scam artist. And I was sitting there, I'm like, because I'm knowing I did my video and I know that it's a lot of information I didn't talk. And it was just a lot of stuff I just didn't hear. You understand? About the women. You know, you want to bring up my video, how these women being lured over here and being victimized and being harassed by him and his daughters. You understand? But I mean, no. Then the song gonna happen. Then let me tell you this. Almost earlier during the week, he had the nerve to try to instigate an altercation during the week. Matter of fact, what day was that? Was Wednesday. That was Wednesday morning. Some guy had the nerve to try to instigate an altercation in the morning in front of other students. You understand? He had the nerve to try to call me outside. So when I went outside, cause I wasn't doing anything, I was in school and had my phone, and I was looking up something on my phone, and this song gonna had nerve to try to run off at the mouth. I tried to ignore him, yeah. Then he tried to call me outside, so I went outside. This when he first brought it up, talking about, I see what you've been doing. You've been talking about stuff on the World Wide Web. I'm like, man, I don't know what your problem is or what you talking about, but I really wasn't even doing anything in the school for nobody to be trying to tell me to come outside. So I really just trying to ignore him, because really my intent was to call the police on him. But since it was the one of the first time when he really ran off at the mouth, I said, well, I got enough witnesses and things in there. He can't say nothing about me, you know. So that's why now he done called me into the car with him and his dog. See, I'm letting all this build up. And if he ever try to say anything about me to the police, there ain't nothing for you to say. You ain't got nothing to say. Because I've been in school since January all this time, and it's just been nothing but constantly trying to make yourself be something that you're not. Trying to build, you know, you one of them type of people try to make it sound like inside the build he important. You ain't nobody. That's what I be doing. I really showing, man. You ain't nobody. You ain't nobody. You just like I've been saying, you're a scammer. You went to college with the intent to use this healthcare stuff as a way to lure women. He thought he was smart. See, people see right through you, man. See, this ain't nothing new. People get into a situation, you know, get into a career, and they come up with all these fantastic ideas, you know, to do stuff, you know. And that's what it is. See, when you come in contact with other people, and then they give you information, and you took the information that other people gave you, and you came up with this old con or this scam, you know, to scam the federal government out of student aid, and you know, this money, federal money for school, and then the women. See, mostly women, you know, get into the healthcare field and into stuff like that. You know, it's very rare that a man, but I mean, men do go, you know, nurses, you know, RNs and LPNs and medical assistants and things like that. But when you go to a school, see, sometimes men go to places where, because they be thinking the same thing, keep from being accused. You know, they'll try to go somewhere like some big school, campus or something, where there's a lot of people around. And it's kind of, you know, it'd be kind of hard to make actors because there'd be so many people around, you know. But in this little environment, see, there's always the potential. But see, it really was for him. See, everything was done for him. And see, that's what he do. He sit up in the school, and he the only one doing stuff. So he be around the women all day class and night class. There don't be no other instructors. But you gonna teach health information management. You gonna teach medical assistant. You gonna teach health administration. You gonna teach patient care. See, you gonna do all this by yourself. See, See, you ain't got no intent to do what's right. Cause see, it ain't no more professionals around. See, you the only one around. These women, day and night, and his $2. So, yeah. But like I say, did my video, and so I admit I'm a little late because I had set my alarm, and for some reason I think I got up and cut my alarm off and laid back down, then got back up. Well, I'm still doing the video. So but anyway, and also, I be out here on the street, and it's a good thing I made my video, and because it benefits me to convey information, and I mean information is available for anybody anyway. You go on YouTube and watch a video, and you can go on the World Wide Web, look up stuff, and all kind of information be on the World Wide Web. And so like I said last week, this whole thing up there in Chicago, and people on the East Coast, worshiping the devil. I mean, it's not no lies. See, it's something like I've been saying, in ancient times you had these ancient people who was living on this earth, who was just really devil worship. Simple as that. They were devil worship. Then you had everybody else who was worshiping God as God prescribed. Then you had these ancient people who worship, as they called it, worship the devil. And it's documented in the Old Testament that this is true. And see, this is what people today, even today, do. They the leftover information from them ancient people who was worshiping the devil. Well, they take that information, these old world secret societies, the old world secret society, and that's where the sororities and the fraternities came from. And that's what people be doing. They call themselves trying to listen to these ancient people from the past who were devil worshippers. And a lot of the so-called street organizations, street gangs, that's where they get, they do the same thing. Call themselves trying to listen to some ancient people from the past and some devil worship. It never has been no such thing as worshiping the devil. Read your Bible. God told you, there's no such thing as worshiping the devil. He never taught it. God does not condone defiance and disobedience. So whatever you call yourself trying to do, you ain't right. You're not right. You're just trying to do wrong, and you're gonna be punished. You're gonna be punished. First of all, God gonna punish. God will. He gonna punish you. You're gonna be punished. And then down here on the earth, excuse me. Down here on the earth, when you do all that evil stuff, you get put in jail or get killed. And so you're gonna be punished. That's why it'll always be that way. You always end up being the one being punished. So just do what's right. But like I say, up there in Chicago, excuse me. There ain't never been no such thing as no blood gang and no crip gang. That's the truth. Never has been. And it's still supposed to be that way. Some people, some people took it upon. And then there's another thing. Some people, not even from Chicago. That was one of the problems. That was another problem. You had people who didn't excuse me. You had people who really just didn't have any type of connection to Chicago, but they always end up in Chicago. See, that caused a problem. And it always be people come from outside. And I can bring you a perfect example of how things, when you have people that come from outside. I know the people in Chicago, they're familiar with Fluke Williams. And see what happened in the Fluke Williams situation. You had a person from outside this country find somebody that was, like in the city of Chicago, and influence them, and then Fluke Williams ended up getting killed. But see, it came from the outside, because everybody that was in Chicago knew who Fluke Williams was, and he lived a long time. So, everybody in Chicago knew who he was. He ain't had no problem. I'm not saying nothing about what his activities were. I'm saying being in Chicago, and people living in Chicago, you ain't have no problem with the people in Chicago, but somebody from the outside couldn't, get in, so they had to find somebody that was weak-minded, and then Fluke Williams ended up getting killed because he came from the outside. And that's the same thing how this so-called blood gang, Crip gang, see it be from the outside. Then you try to use information from the people in Chicago, running off at the mouth, talking some Macklin player and boss, and you saying all this stuff, but you're not from Chicago. And then you have all these people in Chicago who have all this influence with people in Chicago as well as in the surrounding states and around the area, and then you hear some of this nonsense talking some blood gang and Crip gang. See? Well, like I said, don't accept, don't approve, and don't allow. Simple as that. Simple as that. Don't nobody in Chicago tell other people in Chicago what you gonna do and ain't gonna do, because it's just not the way you do things. Because Chicago one of the places where people use guns. People have issues with each other, and they'll go get a gun and fight with each other and kill each other and all that, And so, that's Chicago, But that so-called blood gang, that Crip gang, that's not Chicago. That's not Chicago. And don't have no respect. And then that's another thing. You got the nerve to try to accuse other people of disrespecting you. Like I've been saying, get them automatic rifles up there to Chicago and clean Chicago. Simply clean Chicago. Clean Chicago, because there ain't no place. Chicago ain't no place for talking about or the surroundings or anywhere else. It ain't no place for. No. Don't accept, don't approve, and don't allow. No blood gang, no Crip gang, and then sit around, and then walking around, running off at the mouth, trying to accuse others of disrespect. No. First of all, don't even accept you. Don't approve of you, and don't allow. You ain't got nothing to say. You ain't got nothing to say. Nowhere. You ain't got nothing to say. Period. Ain't nobody talking about they from Chicago. Talking about they gon' no. You ain't finna let nobody do nothing. Because first of all, you ain't getting away. You ain't gonna get away. You don't say that. No. Now, I'm finna do my Instagram. And after I do my Instagram, then I'm gonna do my Facebook Live. And so, and then another thing, in Chicago, excuse me, is that, you got a lot of entertainment. Drill, there's a lot of drill in Chicago. And, and like I say, entertainment. And so, it's a lot of, like I say, a lot of people will be influenced by people in Chicago, you know, the South Side of Chicago, West Side of Chicago, you know, my people's on the West Side of Chicago, and folks on the South Side. excuse me, getting decongestion. And so, there's a lot of entertainment in Chicago, and see that's what I'm talking about, the influence. And see, that's the reason why, you know, you don't be telling people, talking about no blood gang, no crib gang, no. But like I said, I'm finna do my Instagram video, and then I'm gonna do my Facebook Live video. Hello everybody, my name is Eric D. Johnson, also known by BrightShine, right here in the city members in the county, State of Tennessee. Today's date is early Friday morning, September the 20th, 2019. The time 5:44 a.m. First, I thank all my family, my support for your continued encouragement support. Anti-gang. Now these are just a few of the free logo design websites you can go to make anti-gang logo. First, always put God first. That's the most important thing. Put God first. And always thank God for all the blessings and guidance that He provides us always. Now I know that it's almost 6 o'clock in the morning, and but I still want to make my video. I admit I had set my alarm clock. It was my intent to make my video, but by mistake, it was not intentional. My alarm clock went off. I think what happened, honestly, I think I got up and cut my alarm clock off and laid back down. Because when I woke up, but still gonna make my video. Like I said, I was gonna make my video, and you know, these so-called old world secret societies, the sororities and the fraternities, and then you know they influence these street organizations, street gangs, this devil worship. Now, I mean, you know, it's the truth. I don't want nobody to watch my video and make it sound like it's some man saying some stupid stuff. This the truth. When you read the Old Testament, that's evidence that people be taking information from the past, from the ancient people who were devil worshippers. And then you had everybody else who were worshiping God. But there were people who actually were devil worshippers. And I mean, the Perizzites, the Amorites, the Canaanites, the Jebusites, the Girgasites, the Hittites, the Moabites, the Midianites, the Philistines. They were devil worshippers. So I mean, nobody got to accuse me of being some stupid person who keep making up. I'm not making up nothing. Read the Old Testament. That's the evidence. And you have people today, these old world secret societies. They be taking that information from them and call themselves worshiping the devil. And so, like I said, don't be misled by the sororities and the fraternities and by these old world secret societies. You understand? Don't be misled. You know, get out the sorority fraternity. Don't join the sorority fraternity. And help others to not be involved in the sorority fraternity. Expose the sorority fraternity for being some devil worship. All the rituals that they do, they devil worship. And so what I'm gonna do, now this is the International Bill of Human Rights. And this is the Convention on Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women. And this is the Declaration of the Rights of the Child. And this is the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child. And this is the world's oldest human rights organization, Anti-Slavery International. And this is the International Federation for Human Rights. And this is the world's oldest international conservation organization, BirdLife International. And this is Fauna and Flora International, was the world's first international wildlife conservation organization. And this is the world's oldest global environmental organization, International Union for Conservation of Nature, also the World Wildlife Fund. those organizations, there are other organizations. Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch, Global Rights Frontline, Defending Human Rights Without Frontier, International Center for Human Rights, Conservation International, Wildlife Conservation Society, the Conservation Fund, Legal Conservation Board, Earth Watch Institute, Conservancy Association, Earth Justice, the Conservation Volunteer, Wildlife Conservation Network, Endangered Wildlife Trust, Biodiversity and Nature Conservancy Association, Rare Species Conservation Center, Wildlife Research and Conservation Trust, Rainforest Trust, the International Rainforest Conservation Organization, Rainforest Alliance, Rainforest Action Network. Biodiversity International, Earth Day Network, Environmental Defense Fund, Friends of the Earth, Friends of Nature, Greenpeace, the Nature Conservancy, Wildlife Conservation Society. Soil and Water Conservation, Clean Water Action, World Water Council, Marine Conservation Institute, Marine Conservation Alliance, Oceanic Preservation Society, Ocean Society, Global Ocean Commission, the International Marine Life Alliance. They tried to end all the crimes that them old world secret societies commit, them seeking, the sororities and the fraternity, and them street organization, street gang. Excuse me. And don't be misled by the sororities and the fraternities, these old world secret societies. Renounce them old world secret societies. You understand? And the sororities and the fraternity, renounce them. Because they behind the street gang and the street organization. Denounce the whole concept of these old world secret societies, these sororities and fraternities. Because, as you know, the sorority and fraternity, they commit crimes on and off the campus. Hazing. They use and abuse tobacco. They indulge in all kind of gambling and gangs of chance. They use and abuse alcohol and drugs. They indulge in immoral activities. They indulge in sexual deviance and depravity. See, don't let the sororities and don't be fooled. Don't be misled by them old world secret society. You feel the urge, the urge to want to join. Don't be misled by them old world secret society and the sororities and the fraternity. And because the old world secret society, they influence the sorority and fraternity, and they commit crime. The background check. They use and misuse the background check, and they commit crimes against humanity, atrocities, violation of human rights and civil rights, inhumane genocide, ethnic cleansing, discrimination, all forms of discrimination and harassment. They pollute the air, the ground, the water, and as well as noise pollution. They destroy our environment, nature, and wildlife. Don't be misled by these old world secret society. They influence the sororities and fraternity. Don't be misled. And the street organization, street gang. Don't be misled. Now, Now this is a list of place names of Native American origin in the United States, and then you have state names like Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, Connecticut, Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, Mississippi, Missouri, Nebraska, New Mexico, North and South Dakota, Ohio, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Wisconsin, Wyoming. had to scroll down. Then when I scrolled down, it had some. Well, you scroll down to where it said the list of place names of indigenous origin in Americas. You know, where it says see also when you scroll down, where it says see also, and then you'll see the list of place names of indigenous origin in America. Now this is the pirates, the piracy. You see, that's a good example of devil worship. People in the past who were devil worshipers. They were devil worshipers. Now, the United States Department of Justice and the Office of Juvenile Justice and Lethal Prevention, also the Bureau of Justice System, also this is the National Gang Center Bulletin, and this is and the title of the bulletin is History of Street Gangs in the United States, and it was written by Mr. James C. Howard and Mr. John P. Moore. Now you can find that same information on a quick reference Wikipedia and its title, Gangs in the United States. Now, Saul from Tarsus, the self-proclaimed Apostle Paul. He's a liar, a murderer. He's what I've been saying all the time, a devil. And all these so-called man-made religious orders, that's who they be listening to. Romans chapter 16, verse 16. Salute one another with the holy kiss, the church with the suffix ES of Christ. Salute you. Another one of the verses that the man-made religious orders they use, 2 Thessalonians chapter 1, verse 4. So that we ourselves glory you in the church with the suffix ES of God for your patience and faith in all your persecution, tribulation that ye endure. I'm gonna get ready to end my Instagram video, and then I'm gonna do my Facebook Live video. Now these are just a few of the free logo design websites that you go to make anti-gang logos. Like I said, I'm gonna end my Instagram video. I'm finna do my Facebook Live video. And also, like I said, I don't want nobody to really just look for me to do my video over the weekend. Because like I said, my work schedule. But when I have a day off, I'm gonna make my video. And so whenever I have a day off, I'm gonna make my video. I just ended my Instagram video, so now I'm doing my Facebook Live video. Hello everybody, my name is Eric D. Johnson, also known by BrightShine, right here in the city of Memphis, in the county of Sherman, and state of Tennessee. Today's date is early Friday morning, September the 20th, 2019, time 6:11 a.m. First, I thank all my family, my support for your continued care and support. Anti-gang, anti-gang. Now these are just a few of the free logo design websites that you can go to make anti-gang logos. And remember these words: coercion, coerce, sexual coercion, psychological coercion, psychological manipulation, psychological abuse. Now, these sororities and the fraternity, old world secret societies, you know, they influence the street gang, street organization. See, when we be talking about devil worship, I don't want nobody like, who is this man talking about devil worship? Look, this is the truth. For example, read the Old Testament, and you read about the Perizzites, the Amorites, the Canaanites, the Jebusites, the Girgasites, the Hittites, the Hittites, the Moabites, the Midianites, the Philistines. They were devil worshipers. And see, this is what these old world secret societies do. They get the information that those people left, and they use that information, and then the sorority return do the same thing. See, and then the street organization, street gang, they be influenced by the sorority and fraternity. And so, devil worship, it's a reality. And so, don't be misled by these old world secret societies, the sorority and fraternity, and the street organization, street gang. And don't join the sorority and fraternity. Get out of the sorority and fraternity. Discourage others from having any involvement with the sorority and fraternity. And expose the sorority and fraternity, and as well as the old world secret society with these street gangs, street organizations. Look, renounce these old world secret societies, these sorority and fraternity. You understand? Renounce these people. Renounce them. And denounce the whole idea, concept of these old world secret societies, these sorority and fraternity. And don't be misled by the sorority and fraternity. They commit crimes on and off the campus. They use and abuse tobacco. They indulge in gambling. They use and abuse alcohol and drugs. They indulge in immoral activities. They indulge in sexual deviance at the private. Don't let the sorority and fraternity mislead you. Don't be misled by these old world secret societies. And the sorority and fraternity, they work for these businesses and these companies and these corporations. And they use and misuse the background check. And they commit crimes against humanity, atrocities. They violate human rights and civil rights, inhumanity, genocide, ethnic cleansing, all forms of discrimination and harassment. They pollute the air, groundwater, as well as noise pollution. They destroy the environment. They destroy nature. They destroy wildlife. Don't be misled by these sorority and fraternity and these old world secret society. Don't be misled. Now, this is the International Bill of Human Rights. And this is the Convention on Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women. And this is the Declaration of the Rights of the Child. And this is the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child. And this is the world's oldest human rights organization, Anti-Slavery International. And this is the International Federation for Human Rights. And this is the world's oldest international conservation organization, BirdLife International. And this is Fauna and Flora International, was the world's first international wildlife conservation organization. And this is the world's oldest global environmental organization, International Union for the Conservation of Nature, and also the World Wildlife Fund. Now this is a list of place names. Excuse me. This is a list of place names of Native American origin in the United States. State names like Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, Connecticut, Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, Mississippi, Missouri, Nebraska, New Mexico, North and South Dakota, Ohio, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Wisconsin, Wyoming. Now I'm scroll down. We'll scroll down to where it says see also, and then you'll see list of place names of indigenous origin in the Americas. And this pirates and piracy. See, that's another example of devil worship. And this is the United States Department of Justice, the Office of Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention, the Bureau of Justice System. This is a bulletin, and it's titled National Gang Center Bulletin, and it was written by Mr. James A. Howe and Mr. John P. Moore. Now you can find that same information on a quick reference Wikipedia, and it's titled Gangs in the United States. Now, all these man-made religious organizations, they be listening to Saul from Tarsus, the self-proclaimed Apostle Paul, a liar, a murderer, a devil. Romans chapter 16, verse 16, so we want to know what the Holy Ghost, the church with the 7 ears, Christ salutes you. In this 2 Thessalonians chapter 1 verse 4, so that we ourselves glory in you in the church with the 7 ears of God for your patience and faith in all your persecuting tribulation that ye endure. See, devil work. See, when you read the Old Testament, New Testament, this is God's way of telling you. He never allowed it. He never approved of it. He never accepted, never approved, and never allowed devil worship. Now, we're going to turn to the Bible, Holy Bible. Turn to the book of Acts, chapter 14. We're going to go to verse 23. See, all that stuff about Islam and all that other stuff about religion. Where we at? We're at Acts chapter 14. Verse 23. Again, that's the book of Acts, chapter 14, verse 23. See, all these man-made religions, like the Catholic Church, all these Protestants, that's the Catholic Church. The American Restoration Movement, the Stone County Movement, the so-called Church of Christ. This is another verse. Acts chapter 14, verse 23. And it reads, and when they had ordained them elders in every church, and had prayed with fasting, they commended them to the Lord, on whom they believed. Now, this is what I've been saying from over and over again about the elders in the church being appointed and being taught by the 12 apostles. Apostle Peter, as you know, Apostle Peter, and the other 11 apostles. They had the ordained elders in every church. See, this is the reason why the Catholic Church. See, there was like I've been saying all the time, there's only one church. There's only one church. Only one. And that's another verse that confirms there's only one church. keep studying, keep studying the first century. Keep studying the first century, because that's one of the problems that the original church trying to address. There was only one church, only one. See, like I've been saying, when we go to the United Nations, make it official. There's only one church, only one, only one. And the Catholic Church is behind all that Protestant stuff. That's the Catholic Church, American Restoration Movement, Stone Camel Movement, Church of Christ and all that. They lying. They lying. Now, this is Webster's Third New International Dictionary. The complete and total definition and meaning of the word gang, the act, manner, or means of going. This stupid sorority, this stupid fraternity, this is sister. And this is brother. This is Oxford English Dictionary. The complete total definition meaning of the word gang. Action, mode of going way past a set of things or persons. That stupid sorority and that stupid fraternity. It's so stupid. This is brother. Now, the United States government passed the Organized Crime Control Act of 1979 of the Organized Crime Control Act, the Racketeer Influence and Corrupt Organization Act, the RICO Act, is anti-gang. The Juvenile Justice and Linked Prevention Act of 1974 established the Office of Juvenile Justice and Linked Prevention. There's other related legislation, comprehensive anti-gang list, the Office of Juvenile Justice and Linked Prevention, and the comprehensive gang by the Office of Juvenile Justice and Linked Prevention, the Bureau of Justice Assistance, the Office of Justice Program, and the United States Department of Justice. The Office of Justice Program, Bureau of Justice Assistance, the United States Department of Justice, comprehensive anti-gang list, the Project State Neighborhoods, the United States Department of Justice, Office of Communal Oriented Police Research, comprehensive anti-gang list, the Office of Juvenile Justice and Linked Prevention, the United States Department of Justice, the Office of Justice Program, Bureau of Justice Assistance, International Narcotic Law Enforcement Affairs, United States Department of State Institute for Intergovernmental Affairs, Gang Resident Education and Training Great Program, United States Department of Justice, Office of Justice Program, Office of Juvenile Justice and Linked Prevention, October 2009 National Youth Gang Center, which have been funded by the Office of Juvenile Justice and the Linked Prevention since 1995, merged with the National Gang Center, which have been funded by the Bureau of Justice since 2003. National Gang Center compilation state laws against gang prevention, overview research program with the Office of Juvenile Justice and Linked Prevention, the United States Department of Justice, Bureau of Justice Assistance, Office of Juvenile Justice and Linked Prevention, National Gang Center bullet title, History of Street Gangs in the United States. You go to the quick reference with the Wikipedia same information type, gangs in the United States. The United States Department of Justice, Office of the United States Tournament 1457, Criminal Street Gang Statute 18, United States Code 521, the United States Department of Justice, Federal Bureau of Investigation, National Gang Intelligence Center, United States Department of Justice, Organized Crime and Gang Section. Then there are other federal, state, local agencies. The United States Department of Justice, Office of Justice Program, National Institute of Justice, Anti-Gang Strategy, Prevention, Intervention, Assessment, and Suppression. The United States Department of Justice, Office of Justice Program, National Institute of Justice, the United States Department of Health and Human Services, Center for Disease Control and Prevention, National Center for Injury Prevention and Control, Changing Course, Preventing Gang Membership. Also strive to reduce youth violence everywhere. The United States Department of Justice, the United States Department of Education, the United States Department of Health and Human Services, the United States Department of Housing and Urban Development, the United States Department of Labor and the White House Office of National Drug Control Policy, National Forum on Youth Violence Prevention. You go to youth.gov and be informed about the National Forum on Youth Violence Prevention, whether the comprehensive anti-gang list or comprehensive gang model. The United States Department of Justice, Bureau of Justice System, National Crime Prevention Council, keep kids out of gang. Also, anti-haze. That's the Department of Justice. You go to lawyers.com, be informed about anti-haze. Now, these are just a few of free logo design websites you go to make anti-gang logos. We'll get ready to end today's video. And like I said, next time I have an all day, don't expect weekend because I gotta work. But next time I have an all day, I'm gonna make my video. And remember, don't accept, don't approve, and don't allow. Never worse. And turn them old world suicide. They be influencing the so-called street organization, street gang. Up there in Chicago, don't accept, don't approve, and don't allow. There ain't no such thing, no blood gang, no crip gang. Don't accept, don't approve, and don't allow. Get them automatic rifles. Trying to accuse me and anybody else of disrespect. You know, don't accept, don't approve, and don't allow. You don't take information from the folks on the south side and from the my people on the west side or from Chicago, period. You know. And then, you know, entertainment. Entertainment is a big influence. And the people in Chicago, drill music. No. Yeah, don't accept, don't approve, don't allow. No crib gang, no blood gang, no crib gang.